Hello, everyone, and welcome to Blow the Whistle Sports. I'm your host, Wayne Holloway, and thank you once again for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share. And like always, if you want to see something on the show or you have some type of bright idea, anything you want to see us implement on the show, drop them in the comments below or hit us on any one of our social media outlets. Holla at us, we holla back. I am excited to be back up in here. We're back on our own page, and I can't wait to unpack this whole show for you guys. It's been a big week, with the World Series. My Dodgers, running it right now, and I know all the Dodger fans is out there feeling good and doing their thing. But without further ado, let me introduce you to my co-host, our own sports almanac here at Blow the Whistle Sports, the man of the hour, Mr. Steven Rubain. How you doing, sir?
Man, I'm just glad that whole election season's over. Man, oh my God. It's just call after call, text after text. Money, money, money. Donate 25, donate 20, donate. Oh my goodness.
And they were worse than the spam callers the way they were calling.
Oh my God. It was constant. It's like literally every 10 to 15 minutes you get a new one going. So I'm just
Did you get the text too where it was like propositions and all that stuff?
Propositions, surveys, everything. So I'm just glad that it's over, but the question is going to be, now that we have Donald Trump going back in the office,
right?
What do you think this is going to affect for the NFL? Because
is he going to be on his tweet thing again?
Yeah.
Is he going to be on the sports
telling
players?
people to boycott? Remember 4 years ago, we're telling people you need to boycott the NFL, and his love-hate relationship.
Yep.
For those who weren't familiar, that there was a time when he wanted to buy an NFL team and was denied by the owners because they said he
the
didn't
Buffalo
meet
Bills, right?
Buffalo Bills, yes, and he was denied based on saying that he didn't meet the qualities of an NFL owner.
And that's why he's been having a thing for going after
the
NFL players and the basketball players.
Yes, sir. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out from a sports perspective. But I think the NFL, they're about their money, so they're going to find a way to work things out with him. And
well, he has a bunch of friends in there, and the Shield, they're going to protect the Shield. The Shield is always going to be protected.
Absolutely. So that's going to be something to keep an eye on. But let's start off with NBA. We haven't really talked much about the NBA so far in the season. But
did you vote?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. That's our civic duty that we always have to do, is make sure we put in our vote. So,
a lot of people think it doesn't matter. And, in my perspective, it might not matter. But if you don't try, you don't try, right?
Exactly. We talk about, proud to be Americans. If you're proud to be American, then you should vote no matter what, because
it's your right.
That's a right. I mean,
use your right.
We talk about this whole immigration thing. People come from all over the world because in their countries they don't have the right to vote. And so if you want to cross things, to have more power, then we take it for granted as an American citizens that that's one of our great powers, is that we can choose whether we like it or don't like it, who our leaders are.
A lot of people don't have that choice.
Don't have the choice. And so
we can go down there and make our voice be heard. Exactly. Even if it don't go on our way.
Exactly. So that's something that people need to think about. If you're complaining now about the system and you didn't vote, then that's on you. So yeah.
Right.
But this NBA.
Hey, come on over to the frame.
Let's go over the seat. So we got this here. So in the NBA, we're going to talk about who's leading 8 games into the season. In the Eastern Conference, we got the Cavs and the Celtics.
Steve. Yeah. Carolina won.
Carolina. Charlotte is like in 2-5, 2-6.
But they won. I know we're talking about NBA. Go ahead. I won't interrupt you no more.
You are confusing.
I won't interrupt you no more.
You're confusing the fan base.
No, I won't interrupt you no more. It's just,
we're talking NBA.
I know. Let's go.
Okay. See, please disregard him because he's confused right now. But we're talking NBA. So in the NBA right now, the Cavs and the Celtics are dominating the Eastern Conference. Cavs at 8-0. And the Celtics at 7-1, and then you have a big drop off. So the big questions right now are with the 76ers and the Bucks, 2 teams considered to be 2 of the top teams in the Eastern Conference, but right now are off to horrible starts and having some injury issues with their superstars. For the Sixers, We're talking about Joel Embiid and Paul George, who have been out for pretty much all the season with injuries. And then with the Bucks, Giannis, the Greek freak, has had his variety of injuries. And so hopefully we'll get them guys healthy and get them back in the mix, because we need to have a competitive Eastern Conference. And then the Western Conference, we got the Thunder at 7-0, the Suns and Warriors at 6-1. Then you got the logjam at 4-3. Rockets, Mavs, Lakers, T-Wolves, Nuggets, and Kings, all with the same record. So the Western Conference is going to be a dogfight.
That NBA Magic is back.
NBA Magic is back.
And I think now that we've had that tournament, everybody's can't wait for the tournament, expecting the tournament even before the finals.
Yeah, and the terms will be
starting. It'll make it more. It'll make it better though.
Yeah, it's gonna be starting in a few weeks. And so that whole NBA, I guess it's called now the NBA Cup. So that's gonna be interesting.
The NBA Cup.
The NBA Cup. So yeah, so let's see how that's gonna go this year. Who was the? Let's see if you remember. Who was the winner of the NBA, the first NBA Cup last year?
The Lakers.
That's your trivia, correct? The Lakers. That's right. The LA Lakers were the first NBA Cup winner. So let's see if they can defend the NBA Cup this year.
Do you really think with the Lakers signing LeBron's son, they going to be effective this season?
I think the Lakers are going to be effective. I don't think LeBron's son's going to make a difference in it. I think LeBron's son is just more of the entertainment factor. And so he's going to be coming up and down from the G League up to the NBA throughout the season. He's not going to be a major factor on the team, but I think just having LeBron, happy to have him there and bringing out the best in LeBron. LeBron's off to a very strong 22nd season. And he's still playing not just at an elite level, but he's playing at an MVP type level.
Built to last. Shout out to James Johnson. He said Mike's in the building. Shout out to Glenn White from the Cali Cat Pack. He said he's in the building also. How y'all doing? Thank you for tuning in.
Do you see Cali Cat Pack, how he interrupted my NBA to talk about a meaningless Carolina win?
Wait a minute. When you say Carolina, see, we talking about basketball right now, but when you say Carolina, we won, Steve. We won this last game.
Yeah, I did.
I just wanted to let you know we won, because you might not have saw it, because since we ain't been doing good this season, I just
it was not on my high priority to watch. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think maybe it's like number 15 of games to watch. But we're gonna get to that.
You didn't have to watch it. I just I just wanted to let you know we won, just in case you didn't know.
We're gonna get to that in a second, because I gotta talk about
Seven Kevin's Art and Decor says, Steve, stop riding LeBron.
Okay.
He's on his horse. He's like, let's go, LeBron.
Listen to me. All you LeBron haters, I'm gonna just call LeBron haters out. Go back and watch Michael Jordan play with the Washington Wizards. And then you come back at me and tell me, do you want to talk about LeBron and hate on LeBron? Michael Jordan was broken down those last years in Wizards, and he was like 36, 37.
Every right to do so, because before you couldn't come down that lane the way you can do now. It's cakewalks now.
Okay, just cakewalk.
Do they get fouled like they used to?
Of course not.
Exactly, Steve. Thank you for admitting it.
Okay, anyway, bottom line though is that at 40 years old, he's still at elite physical condition and still playing elite basketball. You can't say the same about all you Kobe lovers and all you Jordan lovers. They were not the same in their last years. They had moments, but they were not the same game in and game out. So we'll leave it at that. You watch throughout the season.
Okay, Steve, you like to rain on people's parade. I'm
just calling like it is. But anyway, college football. We got the first college football poll come out, and let's just run through. This year, unlike last year, for those who don't know,
ladies are male.
What happened?
Ladies are male teams.
Men's football. Is there ladies football?
Oh, I thought we still. I thought we was on. We moved from the NBA.
Yeah, we're in college football.
Oh my goodness! I thought. So okay,
we talked about what do you want to talk about? We mentioned who the teams are. I got my LeBron hater.
I remember.
Go ahead.
Carolina won, Steve.
All right, see, he's disillusioned this week. This is going to be a bad week, because
I just didn't know if you knew.
Oh, okay. See, this is going to be a bad week, because we're not going to be able to stay focused because of a
No. We focus. We focus.
Okay.
We on college football, people.
Because all right.
What's the first team, Steve?
Number 1 is the Oregon Ducks. Number 2, Georgia Bulldogs. Number 3, Ohio State. Number 4, Miami. And number 5, Texas. All right. And so then the SEC is a domination by the Big Ten and the SEC.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to see how things add up. We also got Penn State, Tennessee, Indiana, BYU, Notre Dame, Alabama, and Boise State all would have playoff spots if the college football started today.
Mm.
And then on the outside looking in, you got SMU, LSU, and Texas A&M. So it's going to be a lot of changes.
How far are they on the outside? They have no hope, or they have?
They got plenty of hope because it's got a lot of big games still left. And so teams are going to beat each other up, and it's going to be a lot of changes from now until
injuries play a
huge part. And also, like I said, matchups. And then you're going to have championship games. So it's going to be very interesting to see who that final 12 will be next month when they come out with the playoff system, the playoff teams. And so I'm going to, this is the time of year where I get into college football because the games are meaningful. You have all the big matchups. Teams are fighting to get into their playoffs. So we're going to see. I just, I love college football. I know you're not big on college football, but I every Saturday I'm into.
I told you the story why, right?
Yeah, tell the fan base. You told me before.
I was deep into college. I was like an addict watching college football, and I used to play the cards on them.
Oh yeah.
And college football for me was easier than the NFL.
Yes.
Because of the way the teams play, and I used to do really, really well with college football. Then all of a sudden I hit this slump where college football, it'll be a team that's supposed to blow out a team and end up getting blown out. And it just had a change for the worse. It was a dark time. It was a
dark time. I understand. I was such a nut. I used to do college football fantasy. They used to Yahoo used to have college football fantasy leagues.
I think I used to be in.
No, well, I can't find them anymore. Yahoo used to have. I used to like the Yahoo one.
Wow.
So I would do that. I remember I had one year. I had Nick Chubb as my running back. I had Baker Mayfield as my quarterback, and I had Mark Andrews as my tight end.
College?
That team, college. That team went undefeated and won the championship for me. Oh my goodness, that was a great team.
Wow.
So that was an amazing team. So yeah. But anyway, not to digress off of that. Yeah. So college football, like I said, we got some big matchups this week. Oregon's playing Maryland, so that's going to be, that's my team, Maryland. So we're going to get killed by Oregon, but I'm going to watch anyway.
All right.
And then we're just going to go ahead and get into some of these big matchups coming up, like when we have, of course, Ohio State versus Michigan is always a big one.
All right.
Alabama versus Auburn is always a big one. So we got some nice games coming up.
Are we going to go out to some of these games, Steve?
We got to get out to some games. We got to get out to some games. I know. I've been like I don't know. I've been more like just slumming in the house. I'm one of those people who get everything set up. Got the TV. They make it too easy with TV now. The way TV's set up and the whole HD and get all the games.
Well, for me, it's different. Like shout out to my guy from the Cali Cat Black Gen White, and they've been inviting me out, and I want to get out and go, but I'm a different type of fan.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like being around people who are negative when the game is on.
And plus we're fantasy people too. I think if I wasn't so big into fantasy football, I'd be more inclined to want to go to a sports bar, go, watch it with a bunch of people. But I'm that type of person. I'm constantly looking to see
all your different devices,
all my devices.
Going to the refrigerator to get something to drink in the game.
Yeah, and when you're at a sports bar, it's just hard to keep concentrated when you got people yelling.
And then somebody's talking while the play is going on. It's
somebody's saying something that's irritating because they're like making some comment that you just want to go there and nail it to them, and you can't because you don't know them.
But people don't get that because I'm a different type of monster when it comes to watching these games.
Exactly. Like God forbid somebody badmouth Carolina at the sports bar. Oh, he's going to say something. So
it's on. But I get that from Carolina fans.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. So that's my point. Saying that you get irritated because your own sports fans are saying stuff that's dumb, and then you just want to shut them up
and put them in their place. Like do you know football and get to going?
I don't know how many times I had those conversations when I used to do the sports bar. Every week I was at working Auburn, had all the games there, and somebody's talking, and you hear across the bar, you hear somebody say something stupid, and you got to yell across the bar, "You don't know what the hell you're talking about. What are you saying?" Ben Roethlisberger is a better quarterback than
And just like you said with the HD, I have to give a shout out to YouTube. I was against it
Oh my
because of the
goodness.
money,
Oh my goodness.
but I get to have 4 games on one screen,
At the
Steve,
same time,
and,
yeah.
and I get to go to each one. And I can bring the volume into each one,
Right.
but I can watch all of them at
At the same
once.
time, yeah. No, I mean,
It's remarkable.
they brought it up. I mean, YouTube took it to the next level. You know, we were questioning at first whether YouTube TV was going to be able to do a better product than it was when it was on Direct TV. But you got to give YouTube TV their credit, their due.
And
But
I'm still against that Peacock stuff
oh
and
yeah,
the Thursday night football. They need to still keep the free games on there. Everybody doesn't have it.
right. But I mean, that's the NFL. It's going to be pay. We all know it's going to be pay per view. It's only a matter of time before they're going to start having pay per view NFL games.
Crazy.
It's crazy, but I mean, it's such a huge product. People want it. People want to see it. So hey, I ain't mad at them for it. But let's get into NFL because I know you just been dying. We've already been interrupted several times.
I already put it up. I
know.
just had this feeling we were going there. Oh, and shout out to we got Lamont Mahilia, a Fly Eagles Fly in the building.
Oh, speaking of Fly Eagles Fly, did you ever get a chance to see that Saquon Barkley play? Did you ever watch it?
Remarkable.
I told you that if that's not one of the top 4 or 5 individual moves in an NFL game, I don't know what is.
Remarkable.
Those who didn't see it, go back and ask about the Saquon Barkley. I guess type in Saquon Barkley backwards jump. Maybe
did he have eyes in the back of his head?
Yeah, I mean it was it
was perfect time.
Perfect timing. I mean, he literally was running, and then all of a sudden somebody's coming from behind, and he just jumped up, and the guy.
It looked choreographed.
I mean, it looked like there's no way he could have just done that naturally. Like he had to have known ahead of time that this guy was going to come from behind and try to tackle him, and he's just going to jump up over him and let the guy run past him.
Simply remarkable. I can't say enough about it.
That was tough. It's not quite OBJ one-handed catch, but I'd put it.
I've seen other one-handed catches that look better than OBJ's by now. You know, but
I think OBJ
I've never seen. No. I've seen some hurdles that were pretty outstanding.
I think
I've seen some hurdles, but this was. His back was turned, Steve.
His back was turned. No.
He didn't know when that guy was coming.
It just was instinct. Maybe he felt his breath. I don't know what it is.
He got spidey senses.
But whatever it was,
Saquon with the spidey senses.
It looked amazing. So I'm the Eagles are still now. We got the Eagles next week, the Commanders, and so
that's gonna be a good game.
That's gonna be a good game.
You know what? I have to see if you guys both stay healthy in these games you're about to play now.
Yeah.
Because the Eagles are a great team.
Right.
But they play, it seems like, to the level of the team that they play.
Right.
They don't play at a high level like they just destroying teams. They just, they're just in the game.
Yeah.
They're in the game. They let other teams hang around.
I'll say this much. Right now, Detroit is the beast of the NFC. So I got them number 1. But Eagles, Commanders right now, I would have to say it's 2A and 2B. I mean, it's hard to say which one. Whoever wins the game, I'll put them into the number 2 spot.
Nah, the Commanders is showing their tail this time.
Oh, they're showing their tail.
I can't say 2A and 2B because the Commanders are playing on a high intoxicity level. Like they on whatever drugs that team is taking, they're on the good stuff.
They're on the good stuff.
And they're moving. The Philadelphia Eagles, awesome team also, but it's a different monster. They do what it takes to get the job done, but it's not convincing. It's not like domination.
Right,
it's we won.
They get the job done, and that's why I want to see how they're going to match up next week, because that, like I said, that's going to be the game that's going to decide the NFC East, is whoever pulls out those games between, because right now the Cowboys and Giants are in trouble. So it's going to come down to the Eagles, Commanders.
Big trouble.
So yeah, it's going to come down to Eagles, Commanders. So I'm excited. What's up?
Carolina won.
All right, look. This is the third time I've been. Now, for those who don't understand, you had a 1-7 Carolina team versus a 2-6 Saints team.
Steve,
he's excited.
Steve, Bryce Young won.
Listen to me. This is the game. Only if you were living in Carolina or New Orleans would you even get coverage
Wait a
of it.
minute. I stay in California,
Yeah, if you didn't
and
have
Carolina diehard, and I had to say that to Steve because Seven Canvas Art and Decor said Carolina won. Get over it.
what do you mean?
And then they said, "How did your team do, Steve?"
Excuse me? Is that a question? We're 7-2.
Ooh.
You guys are 2-7.
Ooh.
My team did very well. We actually looked amazing against the Giants.
Did y'all win last week?
Of course we won.
We won too.
Yeah, y'all won too. All right. But here's one thing I will say about the Carolina game. You know, a coach had to get fired. If you're going to lose to Carolina, the coach had to get fired. And I'm glad the Saints did the right thing and they fired their coach.
Hey, what's going to be some more people getting fired? The
They
Giants coach is going to have to get fired too.
I'm with you.
Hey, because we line them up. Line them up. We play the Cowboys too. Line them up.
Line them up.
We going to get some people fired.
Good, as you should. Look, at the rest of the season, if you lose to Carolina, the coach needs to get fired.
Wait a minute. I don't.
I'm just keeping it real.
Steve. Let's not say it like that. That's if you lose to what you talking about?
If you lose to
Carolina is a team that's finding themselves. They have no culture, and they're trying to build a culture. And the only way to build the culture is for a team to gel together because the defense has been hot garbage. And guess what? They stepped up and made some plays. They stepped up and made some plays.
I think the Saints played down to the competition. Those who watched the game, the last play of the game, the Saints had a 4th and 4. They're down by a point, and you got like close to a minute left in the game. They throw this crazy out route to the sideline, 40 yards down the field that had no chance of being completed, and the game's over. You got to give your team a chance to win. If you got a 4th and 4, you need to pass the ball somewhere between 5 to 10 yards. Get that first down. Keep the guy going. You only need a
that wasn't the play call, Steve.
The play call was horrible.
I mean,
I can't take horrible play calls.
It happens. It happens.
No.
Lamont Mahalia said not only one with Bryce Young.
Yeah. Well,
thank you, Lamont.
That's a blessing and a curse. So it's great to brighten into me. Yeah, as you guys all know, I'm one of the main people who said Bryce Young needs to get out of Carolina, put him someplace where he can go develop and get a chance to have a successful NFL career. And I just feel like in Carolina, he's going to be like, what was that guy for the Texans? David Carr. Remember David Carr?
Yeah, I remember.
First pick of the draft. Mm-hmm. The Texans killed his whole career. He never got a chance to do anything because he only played for one team. The team never gave him a chance to do what he needed to get done. I don't want that to happen to Bryce Young.
I don't want it to happen to Bryce Young either. And I said it, and I said it into the Carolina forums that if we're not going to use him, let's get some trade capital back for him,
right?
And let's move on. So this coach can get his guy because, to be honest, like you said, Bryce Young is not this head coach's guy.
He's a nice guy. He said it.
He's trying to see if that can be his guy.
Right.
But right now he's standing next to Andy Dalton.
But the coach said Andy Dalton is my guy. He said that in a press conference. I mean, that can't be any more spelled out than what's spelled out. He didn't say, well, we're going to have Andy Dalton start this week. He didn't say we're going to give time for Bryce Young to develop. He said Andy Dalton is my guy.
And guess what? And Cali Cat Pack, Roaring Riot, Panther Nation, I'm okay with that. But guess what? If that's the case, with these draft picks, grab us somebody hot off the press and beef up this defense. Beef up this defense. We need, I had to say this because when Carolina did the trade with Baltimore, I just knew we were about to get Likely or the other tight end.
Yeah.
That's a good trade. We need a tight end, a standout guy that can help and block for the QB.
Now, I'm going to give Carolina credit, though. This week, Carolina actually made a good trade for them. Jonathan Mingo, who was pretty much written off the team as far as having any service to them, they were able to load him off to the Cowboys and actually got a 4th-round pick for him.
And I'm happy about that. Yeah. But we still did that pick thing. Like, we keep giving away a pick and getting a pick and giving the player. It's like
Yeah,
they want to trade with us, but we give up more.
you give him more. I don't understand it either, but at least you got a solid draft pick for him. I think he did give up like a 7th, which is a throwaway pick.
I'll take that.
But
I'll take
for,
that. But
at
at least we made a decent,
least you made a decent deal. Yeah,
move.
yeah, for somebody who nobody else was going after. Now the Cowboys, what are the Cowboys doing?
I think they have some type of master plan. Personally, I don't think the Cowboys are in this season to win. I think they're in this season to get a great wide receiver to complement CeeDee Lamb. Or since we see they made no move at running back, go grab an excellent running back out the draft.
No move at running back, and the best you can do is Jonathan Mingo to be the number 2 to CeeDee Lamb. I mean, that's.
Hey, I got all hopes for Jonathan Mingo because guess what? I have a bunch of his rookie cards.
Yeah, so hopefully he'll go out there and do something with the Cowboys.
Hey, show up and show out, Mingo. Do your thing over there in Dallas.
Yeah, I know I hate the Cowboys, but if I was a Cowboy fan, I'd be pissed off at seeing what the organization's doing.
Well, they got a bright spot starting. I like Cooper Rush.
Rush.
I've been on Cooper Rush's case for a while, and I'm hoping that he can step in there and get a spark going so other people in Dallas can see what I see in Cooper Rush.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'd rather they started Trey Lance and see if Trey Lance had what it we know what Cooper Rush can do. We've seen the Cooper Rush show before. But if you really, invested in trading for Trey Lance, put him out there. I mean, the season's over anyway. Put him out there and see if he.
They don't. This is Dallas. They don't think their season's over.
Well, the season's over because they did nothing to trade deadline. If you were serious about improving the team, you had all those good receivers that got traded in the last 2 weeks, and none of them went to you. And the best you can do was Mingo. When you could have got Mike Williams, you could have got Adams.
I think Mingo's better than Mike Williams.
Hopkins.
I think Mike Williams has a bigger name because of where he came from, but I think Mingo has a better upside for Dallas for being young legs, hasn't been hurt, and he was, I believe, our number 1 or number 2 pick 2 years ago.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He was a first-round pick.
So they did a great job.
Yeah,
because they have over there in Rush that can get him the ball. Trey Lance will have his time. Okay. Trey Lance is another Bryce Young, a work in progress.
Work in progress. So that's what I'm saying. So if your season's over, put him out there and let's see what he can do and see if he's worth keeping around for next year. But the Cowboys going to do what the Cowboys going to do. So we're going to keep an eye on Mingo. Let's see if our package right as far as Mingo's value. Does he go to Cowboys and do something, or is he just going to go there?
He has to get on the radar. And what's beautiful, he gets to start with the fresh quarterback coming in, haven't played all season long. And he wants to make a spark so maybe he can get traded to a team that really wants him. Or if Dallas opens their eyes,
right.
Cooper is your guy.
And an elite
Cooper is your guy.
Right. And an elite wide receiver in CeeDee Lamb. So CeeDee Lamb's going to get all the attention on him. So Mingo should get targets. So
it should be wide open.
Should be wide open. So we're going to see what he's going to do there. But let's talk about some of these other trades because we did have some good trades.
Well, open the phone line while we
open the phone line because we want to hear what you guys think of. Am I wrong about my attack on Jordan and Kobe? Am I wrong about LeBron? Am I wrong about the Cowboys? Am I wrong about the Panthers?
Yeah, you're wrong about the Panthers. That number is 1-909-844-4443. If you want to call in and talk to us and give us your opinion about anything we're talking about. But right now, we're going to still talk about these trades that's been heating up. Yeah. And the trade deadline is over.
Yes, it is. I think the team that did number 1 as far as trades go were the Steelers. They had a huge need at wide receiver. They went out and got Mike Williams from the Jets. What are the Jets doing? The Jets are just that's another team.
Mike Williams has been dormant in the Jets. Yeah. In fact, Mike Williams was dormant when he came from
the Chargers.
The Chargers.
Okay, well let's see.
Keenan Allen was the guy over there.
Oh yeah.
You keep putting a lot on Mike Williams because he's been there. He's a household name.
He's a household name.
We've talked about him before, but he's never been that guy.
All right, well let's see now with a real coach and he become that guy. Because let's remember, the Chargers, he didn't have a coach. And then this year with the Jets, he didn't have a coach. So
Harbaugh is an excellent coach, and he got rid of him.
Anyway, Harbaugh's an excellent running coach. He's never been big on receivers, and so
Okay.
let's see what the Steelers do with him. Let's see him being on the other side with Pickens if they can he can be of value. But they also sneakily got Preston Smith from the Packers, who's a very underrated defensive end.
Right.
So that's two good moves. The Steelers are showing they're all in. So we got to keep an eye on the Steelers.
You think that Mike Williams was a good trade for the Steelers over the team that gave us Magic Beans for Deontay?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think Deontay is a better wide receiver than Mike Williams.
Okay, well, okay. We're gonna write this down, and what we're gonna do at the end of the season, we're gonna see who had better stats, Mingo or Mike Williams.
We got to see how they get implemented into the offense.
We got,
also,
we got 8 games, so let's see.
What we gonna see?
We're gonna see. So
I got money on Mike on Deontay.
Okay, I got money on Mike Williams.
Okay.
So let's mark that down. End of the season, we're gonna go ahead. That's gonna be one of the things we'll talk about is who had a better improvement for the trade.
If you ask me, the person who won out of the trades was KC with the Hopkins thing.
Oh, we're gonna get to that. Hey, you stepping ahead of the game.
Hey, well, excuse me.
I tell you.
Well, when you sliced it up, you had it like the Pittsburgh Steelers was creme de la creme with the Mike Williams thing, and I was just like, Mike Williams?
Yeah.
I mean,
I said for what the need. See, the Chiefs didn't need DeAndre Hopkins. They just were able to steal him. I mean, it's one of those cases of the rich get richer.
My goodness. How do you let this happen?
How do you let this happen? I mean, because we already know that the Chiefs are already dominant without him. Now you add him on. What did he have last week? 2 touchdowns, 100-some yards. Oh.
Making my boy, the rookie, be kind of, well, he wasn't non-existent.
He just
got to learn how to run his routes better.
Yeah, he don't know.
He got to watch his feet and run his routes better. That's his problem.
I think he gets excited, and so he still has that.
You see that jumpiness in him?
Yeah, he's very jumpy. There was no reason why he didn't have a touchdown. So those who don't know, there was a play where he literally was running backwards into the end zone while trying to catch the ball, and had his feet out of bounds because he had lost sight of where he was on the field.
Looking like a superhero, he's so fast. This man turned around and was running backwards.
Wide open.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, who we got? Call in.
Let me see. Brother with some sports, who's calling?
Yo, it's Lamont.
Hey, what's going on, sir?
All right.
Where you calling from today?
Today, I'm actually calling from LA.
Whoa!
In the place to be. In the place to be.
He's back in South Central Los Angeles.
All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Where'd you come from?
Dallas.
Woo! When you going back?
We back from just visiting for a couple days.
Oh, okay. It's funny to have an Eagle fan in Dallas, isn't it?
Yeah, that's like sacrilegious.
We got to go see and make sure he all right and they ain't been abusing him.
Well, I mean, the Cowboy fans can't say too much to him.
Not really.
I want to say the
Cowboy fans can't say much to nobody.
Yeah. No, I walk around there singing, man. They can't say.
Yeah, so I think you're in a good you're in a good situation now because if a Cowboy fan looks at you sideways, you better tell them, what's your record again? How much you guys paid for Dak Prescott and CD Lamb?
When was the last time you guys were relevant?
Exactly.
Right. No, seriously. But actually, I'll be back in LA beginning of the year. I'm done with that.
Oh, okay. All right, well, we're gonna welcome you back.
We're gonna welcome you back. In the state to be.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you need to get out of Texas because
back home.
They ain't nothing good to do in Texas.
I know he was missing palm trees.
I told you I lived
palm trees and beaches. Yeah.
Listen to me, I lived 1 year in Texas. My freshman year of college, I went down to school in Texas, and I wasn't down there a week, and I was calling out and please,
can I come home?
I said, this place is hot as I don't know what. It's miserable. There's bugs everywhere. Oh wow. My goodness.
Oh, they got the worst mosquito.
They got these huge mosquitoes. Oh my goodness.
Mosquitoes, they are literally vampire. They attack you within seconds of walking outside.
Listen to me. Wow. I thought Maryland was bad as far as with the bugs go. When I went down to Texas, I said they had bugs down there. They had flying cockroaches. That thing scared me. I literally one time had to jump out of bed and what the hell's wrong on my leg? I said, get me out of town. I got to go back home.
So
Right.
Lamont,
So, yeah.
out of what we were talking about, what did you want to make a comment on?
I feel like you had just said it when I called, but I was definitely gonna say who won out of the trade was KC 100%.
Yeah.
Like I just feel like them getting DeAndre Hopkins kind of like helps solidify because they already are still undefeated, but now they have a Hall of Famer wide receiver,
That knows what to do.
Right.
That knows what to do, and then they got back Hunt. They got Hardman, who he's very undervalued. Like he's not the household name, but shit, he won the Super Bowl for them last year.
Right.
He's they Swiss Army, they Swiss Army knife.
Yeah,
and they're gonna get Pacheco back. Pacheco's coming back.
Right.
Yeah, so they're just deep.
I keep telling people, and I got to bet with somebody. Andy Reid is not going to bring Pacheco. He's going to save Pacheco for the playoffs. Watch.
No.
He's not going to. He might give him a couple games just to get his legs up under him.
Games.
But he's not going to bring him back fast at all.
No, and he don't need to.
You can when you got Hunt, coming back and doing this thing like that.
They can do a 1-2 and just have him, give him like 4 or 5 carries a game.
That'll be a ridiculous one too.
So I'll give you 1A and 1B. I'll say the Chiefs. I just said the Steelers because of the need. Like the Steelers needed to get Mike Williams. The Chiefs just are just like, y'all want to give it to us? We'll take them. We can always use more people to make us better.
They weren't even using them right. They never used them right.
But he was just dying in Tennessee. DeAndre Hopkins the last 2 years has just been like almost non-existent.
And I like wide receivers that are stand-up guys. He was over there with his mouth closed, even though he wasn't getting the ball like he's used to.
Right. He just played.
We in that era of prima donna wide receivers where they feel like, you know what my name is? Throw me the ball.
You mean Devontae Adams? Is that what you said?
It's more than just him. It's like that.
Yeah, that's true. True. So yeah, I'll give you that. I'll take Chiefs number 1 then. So we'll go Chiefs 1, Steelers 2.
2?
Now,
Go ahead.
I was going to say a 2 or 3, maybe 2 or 3. I like Buffalo too. It hasn't really panned out yet, but I feel like after a few weeks, like Amari Cooper and the quarterback, what's his name?
We got Josh Allen. So Allen and Cooper. Yeah, they're gonna be nice.
Once they get the connection going, they got a pretty decent receiving core with Coleman, Shakir, and Cooper, and the tight ends. They still got Kincaid and Knobs. So
I think they got the right guy because Josh Allen is not a favorite type wide receiver type guy. He spreads the ball out. If you're open and that's where he's going, he's going to put the ball there. He's never had that guy where he's like, that's my guy.
Right.
Everybody on the team is his guy, and he's been public with that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Right. I actually had the Bills 4. I had the Ravens just over the Bills. The Ravens got not only Deontay Johnson, but they also got Tre'Davious White to help them on their defense. So that's just the rich again getting richer. They had on the defense and on the offense as far as skill go. Bills 4. I got Lions 5. Lions went out and got Zadarius Smith, who don't know, he's a beast for the Packers. They needed somebody to replace Hutchinson. So he's going to step in there right away and be that pass rush specialist they needed. And then the Commanders 6 with Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, the Lattimore.
Yeah. How did we get Lattimore?
Didn't the Detroit get a edge rusher from?
They did get it. Yeah, the Darius Smith. That's what they're saying. He's going to be a beast as an edge rusher for them.
Who did Garrett go to?
Garrett didn't go nowhere.
Oh, he's still there?
Still with the Browns.
Yeah. Okay.
That was the one.
Them, right?
Yeah, that was the one you're thinking about. That Garrett was on the block with the Browns decided to keep him, which we'll see.
I must have read one of the funny papers because I could have sworn I saw that Detroit got Miles.
Yeah, no, they were in the running for him, but they ended up getting Smith instead. So yeah, Garrett's going to stay in Cleveland. Which makes sense because he's a pillar in the community there. They can't afford to lose what he brings to the organization, especially with all the other problems they got.
I give a 4th round pick for him.
Oh yeah, 4th round. Man, no, he'd be nothing less than like a 2nd or 3rd.
Wait a minute.
You talking about Myles Garrett?
We trying to do deals like the 49ers did with Carolina. When they gave us magic beans for Christian McCaffrey.
Well, like I said, nobody's there. Listen, since I do got an Eagle fan on the phone, What do you think of that? Where do you put that Saquon Barkley play in your
Oh my God!
in your top
I
five?
said it in the chat. It's literally one of the best hurdles I've ever seen in football. I mean, the other one that I can say that was close to that was the front flip
Yeah,
in
the
the end zone.
bingo
Remember
game.
the Bengals?
Yeah, the bingo
Yeah,
game.
the
When that
Bengal
guy
game.
did a
That
front flip into the end
he did
zone.
a front flip into the end zone. That's the only one that I can
Yeah,
say was,
I
you
would
know, like
give.
that's crazy.
I just
Yeah,
think his was better only just because of the situation. Like literally, the guys coming
yeah,
behind him to tackle him, and he
right,
literally
right.
must have had eyes in the back of his head to jump like that and have the guy miss him, and then still keep running
Mm-hmm.
and got a couple more yards. And so that's one A and one B.
That's nothing
I rate
better to
that
me than that backwards hurdle.
Yeah,
I don't see
yeah.
any play topping that
to
for a
land on
while.
to
It's
land on
not.
your now land on your feet and still be able to have the wherewithal to get a couple more yards. That's the only
Still
reason.
be in stride.
Yeah. The bingo guy.
It didn't take
So
him out of stride. It didn't slow him down or anything.
No. Yeah, the bingo guy
yeah,
stuck the landing, but it was still he was kind of down.
yeah.
We're gonna be talking about that for a long time because he looked like a superhero.
Yes, sir.
He did. That's number one. So I'm saying that's number one. The flip in the end zone was number 2, and number 3 was Brown, Antonio Brown, when he kicked the kicker in the chest.
Yeah,
And that was a crazy hurdle. Like,
yeah, that was a good one too. Yeah, I'll give those top 3.
yeah,
I get it. Well, let's see. Before we
that's
gotta
my
get
top
you,
3.
we got Eagles Cowboys this week. Is there any way you guys gonna mess up against the Cowboys?
Hey,
should I have any worry?
I'm not gonna say it's impossible. It's not impossible, but it's not likely.
Well,
But I know that it's a divisional game, and it's always played tough, and it's not gonna be as easy as we would think, because the Cowboys have been doing so bad, and then also it's no Dak, so I mean,
This is Cooper Rush's first week.
Good.
Yeah.
It's his first week, but he also played us pretty good when he did come in.
Because he's the man. He's the man that should take. He's the man should have got paid.
But here's the thing, though. And
Right.
this is something I never thought I'd be saying this year. Could the Eagles be looking past the Cowboys for the Commanders next week? I never thought I'd be saying this. I'm excited just to be able to just say that the Eagles will actually look past the Cowboys to face the Commanders. Is that possible?
It's possible. I hope we're not looking past them, because I mean, yeah, the Cowboys have been down. They haven't been playing the best football, but they essentially have a decent team.
Right.
But like they just kind of don't know how to like get it together. I like Donald.
Yeah.
I like Lamb. I like some of their deeper. They are kind of hidden. They don't have Parsons. They don't have a Bland, I think, still. So
Bland's out. They still got.
So I mean,
is Parsons back or Diggs is back? So I think Diggs is playing.
Diggs is back, yeah. So they do.
So they got some pieces.
So, I mean, they got some pieces. So I mean, I highly doubt we'll lose, but like anything can happen because it is a divisional match.
And it is in Dallas.
Just like with Carolina and the Saints, like. You wouldn't think that the Panthers going to win with Bryce Young as well, but it happened. It's a divisional game.
Do you agree with me though that the coach had to go? If you're going to lose to Carolina, you got to fire the coach. Do you agree with me on that?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I've been over being quiet and being cool, and then you had to take a dig right there.
Thank you. Listen to me. That coach should never even got on the bus. They should have closed the door and said, man, you need to go Uber your way.
I'm going to tell you like this, Lamont. Cooper is the guy. He's a scrappy player, and he reminds me a lot of Fitzpatrick when he's in the game, making things happen. And he has the weapons around him. The only thing he don't have is a running game. And that's only because they won't let Dalvin Cook run.
Right, they won't let him play.
Feed that man. Let him do his thing. He's a beast.
Yeah.
They won't let.
They really need. They have a good one too. If they knew what they was doing with Cook and Dotto, like that's actually a decent one, because I like the way Dotto runs. He actually runs pretty hard. Like
he does. I agree. I just believe Cook is the guy that beast mode. Send him up the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Let him do his thing.
Well, I love seeing the Cowboys down, so I don't have no. If they want to keep losing, But I'm excited for next week. So.
And if you want to talk about future, I don't think anybody in that division can really beat Washington when they're playing at the level. Right now, Washington is something else. But I can't look past the Eagles myself because the Eagles they that's him. That's him. Hurts, that's him.
Yeah.
If you guys play your game, you guys are one of the unbeatable teams.
Right.
It's just right now we got Baltimore and KC. They all looking like you guys did. Mm-hmm. The way Baltimore looked, that's how the Eagles were. Was it 2 years ago?
2 years ago, yeah. Yep. When they made the Super Bowl run.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah,
well, no, we can't really compare. We was going crazy. Like we was like undefeated to half the season,
right?
And we was like the Baltimore and lost to like the Raiders, and I think y'all. They lost some games that they shouldn't have lost.
Yeah, the Ravens can't seem to figure out that
either the Saints or the Carolina.
Right,
Carolina they lost.
Yeah, I think they didn't lose to Carolina for sure.
I'm gonna need you to calm down.
Okay,
with all the slander, you just keep with the slander, Steve.
Do you know how even when I lose, I still win? Even when I lose, I still win.
My.
But anyway, we go. Please call back next week before the Eagles Commanders game because we want to get your insight on who you think is going to win that game because that's going to be the game in the NFC East this year. Yeah. So
and thank you, and we want to congratulate you also for being number one in the office football pool.
Oh man,
yes sir.
You had to bring that up. Oh man,
he only missed one game.
I had a tough. Oh my god.
I was this close to picking Carolina. So I almost
he only missed one game.
He missed Carolina's. Ooh.
I missed. I think I missed two.
I had a bad way. I'm not gonna lie. I must have at least 5 games.
Yeah, you was on the sauce when you was making your pick.
Yeah. This was a tough one this week. So yeah, congratulations for moving into first. But
I'm gonna say it now too. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and get my trophy ready for the Ranch Boys league.
Okay.
I'm bullying both of y'all in there.
All right. Yeah, I think you got me.
What's my record in that league?
I think you like 2 and.
Yeah.
Man, yeah.
You like Carolina Panthers.
Hey, I'm in so many leagues.
He's like Carolina Panthers type record.
I would have been undefeated, but week 2 when Barkley dropped that ball.
Oh yeah,
I lost by 4 points.
That hurts when that happens.
Make sure you call the week that y'all play. I want to hear y'all talk to each other the week because it ain't no friends when y'all playing.
Let's say we do got an Eagle Panther. Have y'all played yet? Because y'all do play the Panthers. Has it happened yet? Eagles Panthers?
Hey,
yeah. They play them.
I don't not
yet. No, we ain't played them yet. You better watch out because we get coaches fired.
Yeah,
we get coaches fired around here.
Some people.
You can take Sirianni out.
I was gonna say some people think Sirianni needs to go, so that might be the perfect game to fire him.
All I'm gonna tell you, that, and this has been a secret. I've been trying to hold it in, but Bryce Young is getting his juju back. And he might not even start because my coach ain't even his guy is Andy. So Andy will start, and he got a rejuvenated wide receiver core. And guess what? We got another running back. We got a 1-2 ourselves that's coming up. Okay. So it's gonna be a whole together different game this second half of the season that you might see from Carolina to bleed over into the next season.
We've been waiting for this running back to come back all season. Jonathan Brooks better be as advertised.
Oh, Brooks.
Yeah. He better be as advertised.
Yes, sir. So. Say Mr. Brooks to you two.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
We
shall see.
Hey, Lamont, thank you for calling in, man. And we look forward to hearing from you again. And welcome back to LA.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
In the place to be. All right. You have a good one. All right. Always good to hear from our Eagle fans,
Man, and then the trash talk with fantasy.
Yeah.
And I got to give a shout out to our listeners on Facebook.
All right.
Arby, he gave us a like, and Mary Ellen Rubain, how you doing?
My mom's in the house.
Oh yeah, right. Thank you. We love your support.
We're gonna call her Mama Panther. Every week I call her, I said, I know you guys gonna get the Panther game this week, and I feel for you. She said, God, we gotta keep watching these Panther games every week.
Hey, look.
She's living in Carolina, so when you're the local game, you gotta watch the local team play.
I got something for you Christmas, so I'm gonna make him bring it back to you for Christmas.
All right,
because I appreciate everything you've done, Mama Rubain. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. So so I feel for you this week, Mama. You're gonna get who's your game this week? Who are the Panthers playing? Is it a bye week?
No.
Oh, they're playing the Giants. Oh God, Giants Panthers.
She gonna get another W on that TV.
Oh my goodness.
We gonna get the Giants coach fired.
Yeah, as they should. He needs to get fired. Oh my goodness. So we might get 2 coaches firing in 2 weeks. So that'll be good.
Well, we get into our time. We need to get into these picks. Or before the picks, is there any one game from last week that stands out to you that you wanted to go over?
Let's see. I'm looking. Things pretty much went according to plan as far as the games go.
As far as what you and Lamont was talking about with Carolina playing the Eagles, they let the Jaguars give them a rough time.
Yeah.
And the Jaguars is 2-7 also.
Right.
I wanted to point that out, but I don't want Lamont to get all excited. He pointed out when he was on the phone.
They did get the win. It was much closer than what it should have been. They didn't cover. So I say the Eagles got to step it up. I'm trying to see. The Seahawks win was a good win against the Rams. The big game of the week, Lions showed domination over the Packers.
Domination.
We thought there was going to be a much closer game, much more competitive game.
I said by 10.
But so you did call that. So it was a 10-point win.
Now, the big game that I can point out to you while you look for a game, and you can keep looking for it, was Aaron freaking Rodgers.
All right.
I told you he was going to start peeling them off, and his first victim was the Texans.
Okay, so
his first victim was the Texans.
I was trying to go past that game, but
and this week they serving up some bird, and Aaron Rodgers is going to give him some bird this week.
All right, so he got the Cardinals this week. Yeah, he
got delicious.
So remember, guys, he called for a 7-game winning streak. Don't forget. So this is week 1.
They ain't forgot. They know, Steve.
So they
know me.
This is week 1. He got his 1 win.
Aaron freaking Rodgers.
All right. So Jets Cardinals. So and then the other game, of course, the Chiefs won in overtime over the Bucks. Oh, that's what we do want to talk about. This overtime rule.
There we go.
Can we get the rule changed finally? There's no reason why in today's NFL. Think about it. There's no other league where only one team can get a chance to score and the game is won.
It's unfair.
It's unfair. You win a coin flip, you go down, you get a touchdown, game over. Other team don't even get a chance to play.
First of all, it's unfair because it's the end of the game. They've already played a complete game. You go into overtime, which means the defense on both sides is gassed.
Right.
So therefore, it's not really showing that they ran down that or they passed over this defensive team and they won the game. It's just showing the fatigue from a whole game.
Right.
So if that's the case, then you let the other team get the ball and see if they can go all the way down the field. It's only fair.
It's only fair. I mean, the college rule works so beautifully. I mean, I know the NFL is so arrogant. They're like, well, we're not going to take the rule to college players. The college rule works perfectly. Everybody gets one chance for the ball. You start at the 35-yard line. You score a touchdown field goal. The other team gets a chance at their 35-yard line. If they get a touchdown field goal, then you go to the second round. And you keep going. And then after 2 rounds, you got to go for 2. And then the game, is won in that way. That's the fair way to do it because you're going to always get an exciting ending either way.
And for me, when you put that overtime quarter, it is what it is. Everybody gets a chance at the ball.
Right.
And I don't agree with the going back and forth. If that team scores a touchdown, you got to score a touchdown to make it go back and forth.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But that's it. You got to score whatever that team does. You got to either score more than they do or score what they do to go to the next round. That's how it should be done. And in that way you have fairness on both sides. Every team gets a fair chance to score a touchdown.
Because that was ridiculous.
It works perfect.
That what happened was a travesty and it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay put the time and effort in and they looked good. They got edged out because they were winded at the end of the game and they never got a chance to prove themselves.
They got edged out because they lost the coin flip. That's the whole point, is that by losing the coin, because if they would have won the coin flip, they might have scored a touchdown and win the game.
And the funny part about it was when he lost the coin flip, you saw the look on his face. He was like, "Oh, our defense is gassed already."
I mean, it's game's over. I mean, the coin flip almost 70% of the time decides who wins the game, and that's just not
terrible.
Terrible. So NFL, do better. You guys got the means. You already got the plan in place. You can see what the college game has done to them having that system.
Well, let's make a plea, and we're gonna make this a clip, and we're gonna put it out there so it can go viral.
Yes.
NFL,
change the overtime rule, please.
Yes, give both teams a chance. Change the overtime rule. Make it make sense.
Absolutely. We got, as NFL fans, we need to see it happen. We're tired of seeing great games come down to almost a.
We're not asking, we demanding it as fans. We the ones that pay for all this memorabilia.
Right.
That's something simple.
Simple.
And nextly, review.
And it'd be great for fantasy too.
Oh my goodness.
Think about all the extra fantasy points you can get if you give both teams a chance with the offense to score.
Exactly. That seems like what they're trying to tap into and stop.
Anyway, so it makes sense.
But the next one is review. If it's the final 2 minutes or the final 5 minutes of a game, everything needs to go up for review.
If you're talking about player safety and you see a guy get pulled by his face mask down to the ground, the official misses it, you got it on review, and you're not going to sit there and change the call, then you can't be talking about player safety then. If and think about it, even in the college game, if we're targeting, if somebody targets with their helmet, they automatically go to review, and they can sit there and throw that guy out of the game, even if the official didn't call it.
The final 5 minutes needs to everything go up to the booth, and if you see something egregious that you missed, you call it.
You call it, fix it, because that's what all people want. Whether it's your team or it's not your team, you just want the right call to be made. So,
And lastly, but not least, put a sensor in the ball so we know it broke the plane and we have no issue.
There's nothing that drives you crazy as a sports fan is that when it's like a 4th and 1 and you see where the guy gets to, and then you see the official there, and the official starts to put the ball down, and he puts it back. Yeah. And you're sitting there like, he was all the way across the line. What are you doing?
And you can look on the review and see him pass the yellow line. Oh, the yellow line is not official. Well, don't put the yellow line up there if it's not official.
Exactly.
Because it looked official to me when he passed it and you put the ball behind the yellow line.
You got the replay in order. It's very easy for them to go in there and look and see how far he got to.
Or forget the replay. Put the sensor in the ball. Yeah. Have the sensor where long as it passed that spot, we know what yardage the ball is on every play.
Yeah, I mean,
very simple.
They got it in tennis. Tennis now they got it wherever to serve. You got the little sensor in the ball. They can sit there and see where the ball landed. So yeah, NFL can do it.
Very simple. Very simple.
All right, well that's our blow the whistle. We haven't done this in a long time. You do that, and I'll do this. That's our blow the whistle for this week.
And now we about to get into these picks.
Let's get into the picks. All right, starting off with the Bengals Ravens.
This is going to be a good Thursday night game.
That's going to be a good Thursday night game.
But I'm going with the Ravens all the way.
I got the Ravens all the way too.
Moving on, Sunday, Giants come to Carolina to play the Panthers. Who you going with, Steve? I don't need you to pick us, Steve. Don't act like it. All that huffing and puffing over there.
Because I don't want to pick you guys.
Well, man, pick the Giants then. Nobody making you pick us. We don't need you to pick us, Steve.
I'm going to tell you something. We had last week the Giants played the Commanders, and I'm going to tell you this. Malik Neighbors might be the most talented rookie. And this is what sucks about, because I think Malik Neighbors could be more talented than Jaden Daniels. But Malik Neighbors has nobody to give him the ball. That's what's so unfair about a wide receiver. You could be the most amazing wide receiver in the world.
Wait a minute, you just compared the wide receiver to who?
I said to Jaden Daniels. Remember and this is something about LSU. LSU last year had both Malik Neighbors and Jaden Daniels. Why were they not in the championship game? How horrible can that LSU coach be that he had both Malik Neighbors and Jaden Daniels, and they didn't make the championship?
I'm glad you brought that up. So now you understand how you can have a bright light on your team and he be overshadowed by people that's running him and making him not look as good as he should look.
I agree. Listen to me. Malik Neighbors is an elite talent, But unfortunately, he don't have an elite quarterback throwing the ball to him. So for that reason, I'm going with the Panthers.
Steve, you're not doing us no favors by going with us, Steve. I don't need you to go with us. Pick the Giants. Y'all know what it is. Cali Cat Pack, Roaring Riot, Panther Nation. We going with Carolina, and we going to get another coach fired. That's what we going with. Moving to the next game where the Patriots go down there to Chicago to play the Bears.
The Bears have been playing much better football the last 3 or 4 weeks, but then the Patriots are one of those weird teams. They look horrible on paper.
They fight, though.
But they fight. I'm only going with the Bears only because it's in Chicago.
Home team.
Only reason I'm going with them is because it's in Chicago. Otherwise, I'd take the Patriots, but it's in Chicago.
Home team.
So that's it. But don't be surprised if Patriots win because they do fight.
Okay, now, you know, I'm going to do my pick 3 for y'all to make some money. I'm picking the Buffalo Bills over the Colts. So y'all go ahead and get your dollar bill, y'all.
I'll go with that one. Flacco stunk it up last week. Flacco's one of those feast or famine quarterbacks. When he looks good, man, he's a top 5 quarterback. But when he looks bad, he is looking
And you know, I'm not going to take any knocks on Flacco. But what I will say is, you know, I hate when it's a game and, you know, people are putting money on the game and people are in the game and you have somebody that's sitting on the bench like, I wonder what's on TV, what my wife's cooking to eat tonight. Because I really don't. So what? We lost. That's the look that his look on his face gave me that.
Are you just disrespecting Anthony Richardson? Is that who you're trying to talk about, or Flacco?
I'm talking about Flacco.
Oh, Flacco.
He was looking over there like he was unscathed or didn't really care what's going on.
Flacco has always been that way. When he was with the Ravens, he was one of them guys who you couldn't tell they won or lost because he just had that look like he just was just disinterested.
I apologize. I do not like players that act like, so what, I'm paid. Yeah, I don't like that look on their face. Even though that might not be what's on their mind. That's what it looks like to somebody that's all in on this game.
They used to drive Ravens fans crazy because you had like the total opposite in Ray Lewis, who's dancing and high stepping and everything else on the sidelines, yelling and screaming at guys. And
his energy puts you, it propels you into the game. It makes you feel like he's fighting for you.
Oh, my God.
I love players like that.
And then Flacco be on the sideline looking like, oh, God, it's cold out here. What am I doing out here?
Man, like, is this game over yet?
Game over yet, yeah.
Are we winning? Okay, whatever.
They used to drive Ravens fans crazy. But, yeah, Flacco's that feast or famine guy. I got Bills too. I can't go.
It's unanimous. We're both taking the Bills, and then we got the Minnesota Vikings. And guess what, people? This is also a pick that you put on your card, going in there to go play the Jaguars.
I'll go with that too. Man, we 5 for 5 this week. What's going on?
Yeah, you know what? I didn't ask you to pick Carolina. You act like you wanted to pick the Giants.
You finally making some good picks this week. I'm surprised by you. This
ain't
like you.
You know I picked better than you last week too.
Okay. Anyway.
I was wanted to point that out to you.
Anyway, all right. Let's get a game that we may go different on.
The Broncos at the Chiefs?
No, of course not.
Well, that's another 10 a.m. game. And
I was saying 49ers Bucks.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll go there right after the Broncos and the Chiefs.
Well, I mean, we're both taking the Chiefs, so
that's another unanimous. But and then you know I'm not gonna put this on the card because Bo Nix, I give him a little respect. He and still, it looks like to me when Andy Reid's are playing these games, they're 8-0. That he's trying different systems in every game to see how to make a perfect game. Because this is how I look at Andy Reid as an architect, as being a coach. Every week, it seems like he's trying this and trying that, and then you'll get a game where he just has a masterpiece.
He plays down to the opponent. What are you trying to say?
Well,
he finds a way.
I don't want to say play down, but what I say is he puts his team in situations and figures it out. So you can he like puts it in the coach's face like we're better than you. That's what it feels like to me when I watch the game.
Did you hear about the play last week where Mahomes got hurt, that ankle thing? We were watching the game, and that ankle went down. Yeah. And then Andy Reid said he was going to take him out, and he said Mahomes told him he was going to fight him if he tried to take him out of the game.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, Andy Reid came out and said that Mahomes looked like he was ready to fight him if he tried to take him out of the game. So Andy Reid said, "I'm just going to put you back in there. I don't want to fight you." So,
and you know another thing I like that,
but the passion.
These two, it's like father and son in
Right.
there, and you could tell that from the commercials they do together.
Right.
Andy Reid wasn't a fun going person like that at first. He was like really reserved, and now he's just having fun.
Yeah, you can tell he's at the best time in his life. Like he got a team that he loves to play for, coach for, and they just seem like this.
And it's a pleasure watching the both of them work.
Yeah.
It's kind of unfair because they got Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Sometimes he got a great coach and an all right QB, but it's rare when you get that harmony and that sync. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, Baltimore got it too.
Oh, they do.
Baltimore got it too. But moving right along, because
so what are we taking? We both got the Chiefs, right?
Of course.
All right, so now we got 49ers Bucks.
Oh yeah.
Now, who are you taking first? Let's see who you taking.
I'm taking the Niners.
I'm taking the Bucks with the upset.
Okay.
That's my upset.
You know what? Because they're playing in Tampa Bay.
It's in Tampa.
Is Evans coming back?
No.
No. They're not going to win. They're not going to win.
McCaffrey's coming back, but he's going to be rusty. I think it's going to take him
He's a running back. The rust, he's going to knock the rust right off.
Okay.
McCaffrey probably come in there and get 3 touchdowns. And I hate that because in fantasy, I'm playing against a guy that got a couple guys that got him, and they already got him in the game with the IR stuff still on there. I'm like, man.
Those are the 2 worst letters in fantasy is IR.
But when you see Christian McCaffrey and you know that you read that he's coming back and you got to play him, and then what is bad is I should be having an easy win. I'm playing a guy that's like, he only got 2 wins. But now his team looked great because Christian McCaffrey's coming back. But with that being said, I'm taking the Niners and you taking the Bucks.
Now here's the game that should have been the flex game for the Sunday night or Monday night game. Steelers Commanders. That should have been come on. Steelers 7-2 Commanders versus the 6-2 Steelers. 2 great, powerful franchises as far as fan bases go.
True.
That should be
that is 2 great franchises.
We got Dolphins Rams on Monday Night Football. Come on.
Wait a minute. I thought it was it's the Lions and the Texans.
Oh, sorry, Lions Tech. So when's the Dolphin Ram game then?
Dolphin Rams. That's is
that next week?
No, that's the Monday night game.
That's what I said.
The Monday night. But why you jumped the Monday night? You jumped a bunch of games.
They should
you
be
get the leapfrog.
They need to put that game on Monday Night Football. Steelers Commanders. That's my issue.
All right. Let me tell me this, Steve.
Yeah.
The Steelers have a decent record.
6-2.
Decent.
Okay.
Purely because of Mike Tomlin's excellent coaching, because that team don't look like they should be 6-2.
But they're 6-2.
But they 6-2. Now, don't get me wrong, the Commanders are out of this world.
Right.
And you know they got half man, half amazing. Y'all quarterback over there. My hat goes off to him. But no, the Pittsburgh games don't be exciting, sir.
Oh my goodness.
The Commander games be exciting, and I believe you guys are going to run over Pittsburgh. So no, I don't want to see that.
Dolphins Rams? You want to see that instead?
Monday night?
Nah. Anyway,
to be honest, I would like to see the Eagles and Cowboys and see the Cowboys get stumped on by the Eagles. That's what I would like to see.
Yeah, that would be a good one. I got to give you that one. All right, so you got Commanders.
Yeah, I got the Commanders.
This is my
hands
heart.
Down.
My mind tells me go with Steelers, but my heart is going to go with Commanders. I'm going Commanders.
You're a Washington fan.
I'm a Washington fan, but
you got a quarterback that's half man and half amazing.
I know, but
that is blowing things up. And
but
the Pittsburgh, who's going to be the quarterback for that game? Hadn't even announced the quarterback.
It's Russell Wilson.
And his name is he ain't. Why you calling Russell Wilson? That's RW.
RW.
He ain't earned the Russell Wilson name until he starts acting like the Russell Wilson of old. Right now, he just RW.
I know.
I give him his respect. RW, you know, you did your thing over there in Seattle. But since Seattle, it's been pretty lackluster, if you ask me.
Okay, well, anyway.
And I'm a fan of Russell Wilson. So, hey, it is what it is.
I like the Steelers defense. I like the Commanders defense. Yeah, it's just one of them games, just from the history, Steelers usually dominate the Commanders. So it's one of those type of games.
Okay.
But I'm going to go with the Commanders this year because they are a team of destiny. So, all right.
Okay.
All right. So,
hey, well, at least I seen that you were being real with your heart.
I mean, real. I know the history. Steelers don't, they always dominate us in regular season games. So
I don't care about the history right now because the Commanders are going to overrun them.
Okay, all right.
That's all. That's just the way I see it.
I'm gonna take it too. I'm gonna take it. So we got Falcons, Saints.
Oh man, Falcons all the way.
Yeah, I can't go with the Saints.
The Saints trying to get them a draft pick.
Yeah,
and they gave away what, Lattimore?
Yeah, thank you, Saints. By the way, we glad to have.
Oh, y'all worked one of y'all little shady deals out again.
Much needed
in the alley with the mist and coming down and
yeah.
What did y'all have to give up for that?
Like a fourth round pick. They get like
been cutting
they get like
a
fourth and a seventh
all season long.
It was 2 draft picks, like a fourth and a seventh, but we'll take it.
Crazy.
So yeah, all right. So we got that one. We both got Falcons.
Titans going to come to LA to play the Chargers.
This is a tough one. It shouldn't be this tough. You would just think the Chargers automatically, but the Titans.
Who's starting their quarterback for the Titans?
They still got Mason Rudolph.
Yeah,
and he looked decent against.
Mason Rudolph is not bad.
He's not bad.
I just feel like once we see him in the right fit for him, he's gonna flourish.
Yeah, so I'll go with Chargers too. I'm not gonna home game. I got the Chargers.
Yep. And Jets going
Cardinals.
to Arizona to play the Cards.
Now this pick is purely personal. I'm taking the Cardinals at home just because for no other reason that I want his 7-game winning streak end on game 2.
Hey.
So
you can take the Cardinals today, tomorrow, and the next day.
Yeah.
But when Aaron freaking Rodgers shows up, he's gonna show out and beat the Cardinals, Steve.
I can't wait till we get this loss. So
I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know what's going on there.
Well, I got the Cardinals. Like I said, don't put your money on it. This is just personal. All right.
And we talked about it already, but the Eagles go down there to Dallas to play the Cowboys.
Yeah, Eagles. The only thing I can see that could be a problem, as I mentioned earlier when we talked about it, is the letdown game. Can the Eagles look past the Cowboys, getting excited for the Commander game next week? That's the only way I can see them losing. Otherwise, I got Eagles.
And if Dallas was using the running back cook the way they should be, because I'm a Cooper Rush guy. I'm a Cooper Rush guy.
He has been for years.
And
I'll give you that.
No running game. I got to stay with the Eagles. The Eagles, they find a way.
Right.
If there's a will, there's a way. The Eagles will find it.
We'll give you that. All right, the Sunday night game.
Sunday night.
Lions, Texans.
Woo!
God, the way the Texans looked last game, they got 9 games to prepare, but the Lions are in beast mode now. So I'm not betting against the Lions.
I'm taking Lions all the way.
And then the stinker of a Monday night game.
Tua's back, man.
And
he got his dust off game, and now he should be in rare form.
So you think the Dolphins are a legitimate playoff contender? Based on what you've seen?
I just said Tua was back.
Okay, so
did you hear me say playoff contender? You tried to stick words in my mouth.
I'm asking you. So with Tua being back, because it's all about the playoffs, do you think Dolphins are a legitimate playoff team?
Not right now.
All right, thank you. So for that reason,
they have the team to be though, Steve. Well, on paper, they have the team to be.
This is me.
They just, after that injury,
paper is what paper is.
After that injury, they gotta get their swag back, and right now it's not back.
It's not back. So
I haven't seen the big play to Tyreek yet.
So are we both taking the Rams then?
Rams.
All right.
Matthew Stafford.
Okay, so that's it. This is the rare week. Other than 2 games, we picked the same teams for every game.
Thank you, James Johnson. He said, "Good job, fellas."
Well, thank you. We appreciate it. Sometimes it's hard. When we got 2 competing sports minds, you got one type of energy and you got another type of energy, and they're kind of like going back and forth and trying to figure this out.
Yeah. I don't go with conventional thinking on a lot of things.
Not at all.
Because get that out of here. It's been disproven too many times, and it is what it is.
It is what it is. So we try to give you guys the best possible show. Like I said, we love your input. We love to hear what you have to say. If you say something you don't agree with us, let us know. We like the back and forth.
I don't mind.
I want the Kobe fans to come out. I love the Aaron Rodgers fans to try to attack me. I love the Cowboy fan. Oh my goodness! Last year, when the Cowboys were like, what were they like, 12-4, and the Cowboy fans were just like, oh, this is our year. We're going to Super Bowl, blah blah blah.
But the Cowboys fans do that every
single year. They do
every season.
And I love when they get that loss, and then all of a sudden,
when their faces start looking different.
Can we get that cricket? Oh, get cricket down. That's what we get from those Cowboy fans every January when that loss happens. Remember 2 years ago, it was like the 49ers and Cowboys, and Cowboy fans were calling in left and right, just Cowboys gonna beat the Niners.
You notice we haven't had any Star Status has not talked to us. I think you've talked bad about them. Star Status, hey, look, I haven't said nothing bad.
I have.
Shout out to Star Status and all y'all doing over there. That's Steve. You know, you're watching. He really don't like y'all.
I will criticize the Cowboys on my grave. In the funeral, I'll probably put a Cowboy thing on my grave so I can make fun of them.
We get more 49er fans that call in, even if they lose. Right. They at least they got heart.
They got heart.
Cowboy fans, remember the Cowboy fans supposed to call? He never called.
Never called back. I tell you,
he's been embarrassed.
We've been doing this for years, where Cowboy fans come in, they get all excited. This is our year. Blah blah blah.
Wow.
And I say, okay, see you in January.
Please like, subscribe, and share. And thank you for your support. And thank you for supporting the show. And we're back on our own page, Blow the Whistle Sports, on Facebook and YouTube. And
we're excited.
Oh yeah.
We're excited. We got a good month of November coming up. We're going to get into this college football playoff stuff. We're going to get this NBA Cup going.
And we're going to keep it going a little further than we normally do before we go on that little hiatus.
Yes.
We're going to keep it going. We're going to keep y'all informed and in tune. But please, Blow the Whistle Sports every week, every Wednesday at 7 p.m.
Pacific time.
Yep.
Yes.
And
10 p.m. Eastern.
There we go.
All right.
We'll see y'all next week. Thank you for tuning in.
Peace out.